The most respected and trusted name in enteral feeding pumps is proud to introduce the Kangaroo ePump. It's everything an enteral feeding pump should be, and more. It's easy to use, offering a large screen and simple menus. It has an electronic interface that guides you quickly through setup, priming, and operation. It's also extra smart. It can distinguish between feed or feed flush sets and can be programmed for continuous or intermittent feeding. Plus, it tracks and communicates its activity, and its compact design lets you use it in any clinical or home environment. What's more, it emphasizes patient safety. It's DEHP-free, offers anti-free flow protection in every set, and includes automatic warning screens and alarms, all in an accurate, high-quality pump that's cost-effective and effortless to use. You can mount Kangaroo ePump on an IV pole using the pole clamp, or place the pump on a desk or table. The pump's compact, lightweight design and built-in handle let you use it virtually anywhere. Furthermore, Kangaroo ePump is attitude independent. You can tip it or turn it, and the pump still works. Once the pump is in place, hang a Kangaroo feeding set or feed flush set. You can either use a ready-to-hang bottle or fill a bag with formula. In order to ensure proper accuracy and best results, hang the bottom of the feeding bag 18 inches from the top of the feeding pump. Caution: failure to hang the set at the proper level can result in inaccurate system feeding. Now, begin Kangaroo ePump setup. First, attach the power cord to the back of the pump and plug into an AC wall outlet. Press the power button. The hopping Kangaroo tells you the pump is up and running. Kangaroo ePump also runs on battery power, providing approximately 15 hours of operation on a fully charged battery. Once the pump is turned on, the prior settings screen appears. It asks you whether you want to keep or clear your settings. If you want to maintain the same settings from the previous usage, press the Keep Settings button. Once you make your selection, the pump instructs you to load a set. This screen will also appear if a set is not loaded during operation. Open the blue door to the loading area. Place the end of the tube closest to the bag into the slot on the left side. In order to properly load a set, make sure the finger tab is firmly pressed down and seated in the loading column. Note, the thumb tab should align with the raised line on the body of the pump. Grasp the black retention disc and gently wrap the tube under the rotor, and drop the disc into the slot on the right. Use caution to not overstretch the tubing. Close the blue door. Kangaroo ePump's display will now read Set Loaded. The pump will also tell you if the tubing has been incorrectly placed around the rotor. Once the situation is corrected, press Continue to return to the previous screen. The Set Loaded menu guides you through Kangaroo ePump's programming and operation, using on-screen prompts with arrow keys. Let's look at the first step, priming the pump. When using a feed-only set, pressing the Prime Pump button will give you two on-screen priming options. Kangaroo ePump will remind you to disconnect the pump set from the patient before priming. You can prime the pump automatically by pressing the Auto Prime button, or manually prime it by pressing and holding the Hold to Prime button. You also have a third button, Done, that returns ePump to its previous screen. You will most often use the Auto Prime option. When selected, the pump will automatically prime the set. Select Done when the set has completed priming. When a feed flush set is loaded, 4 menu choices appear on the prime screen. Press Auto Prime to automatically prime the pump. Or for manual operation, press down the Hold to Prime Flush button, followed by the Hold to Prime Feed button. Then press Done to return to the previous screen. When auto-priming with a feed flush set, the pump primes the flush line prior to the feed line. You'll know you're in auto-prime mode when a progress bar appears on screen. You can stop auto priming at any time by pressing the stop button. The pump tells you when auto prime is complete and stops before the end of the tubing to prevent spills. To top off the line, just press Hold to prime until the tube has been completely filled. Once priming is underway and you've pressed Done, you'll return to the Set Loaded screen. When the feed-only set is loaded, press the More button, which will bring you to the More Options screen. Press the button that reads Continuous or Intermittent. Kangaroo ePump now displays the Select Mode screen. Choose the mode of operation with the press of an arrow. A check mark appears next to your selection, and the pump is placed into the chosen mode. Hit Done, and you'll return to the prior screen. Now let's program the pump, starting with Adjusting Feeding Parameters. Kangaroo ePump leads you through the process with 4 menu options. To set the pump's delivery speed, press the Adjust Feed button and then the Feed Rate button. Notice that the maximum feed rate of 400 milliliters per hour is displayed in the upper right corner. Press the arrows at left to reach the desired rate. Separate arrows control the hundredths, tens, and ones in setting the feed rate. Hit Enter and return to the Adjust Feed screen. If you go past the desired digit, keep pressing and the numbers will return to 0. Now press Feed VTBD to set the volume to be delivered. Once again, Kangaroo ePump communicates the maximum amount, 3,000 milliliters. Continue pressing the buttons until you reach the required volume. Then hit Enter. Kangaroo ePump also provides a similar set of adjustments for intermittent or bolus mode. Select the Adjust Bolus button. Select a bolus rate of up to 400 milliliters by using the arrow keys. Hit Enter. Next, select the number of boluses from 1 to 99. Select Enter. Now, select the volume to bolus. You may select up to 3,000 milliliters. Press Enter. Finally, select the bolus interval, which can be set in 1-hour increments for a 24-hour period. If you are using a feed flush set, once you have input the feed settings, you also have the ability to adjust the flush settings. Press the Adjust Flush button. To begin, set the volume to be flushed by pressing Flush Volume. The maximum volume, 500 milliliters, is displayed in the upper right-hand corner. Press the buttons at left to increase the volume. Once the correct volume has been input, press Enter. Now, establish the frequency of flushes by pressing the Flush Interval button. You can set the time between automatic flush cycles from 1 hour to 24 hours in 1-hour increments. The 24-hour maximum time limit is clearly evident. Now, press Enter. After your settings have been adjusted for your feed or feed flush sets, simply press the Run button. Kangaroo ePump goes to work and displays a running screen. The pump also lets you know if a bag or set has been in place for more than 24 hours. When running with a feed flush set, you have the option of engaging the pump into flush mode by pressing the Flush Now button. If you need to temporarily stop the pump, press the Hold button. Notice that the drop icon is not falling, indicating that the pump is holding. You must place the pump on hold to change the pump parameters, which are locked in the system. If the pump is inactive for more than 10 minutes, a hold error message will appear and an alarm will sound, directing you to power down or press Continue to return to the hold screen. If you need the pump to hold longer than 10 minutes without alarming, press the Hold button, then the Resume in Minutes button. This will allow the pump to hold and automatically begin pumping after 30 minutes. When a feed set is loaded, the hold screen displays the feed rate and volume fed. When a feed flush set is loaded, the screen provides feed rate, volume fed, flush volume, and flush interval. In either application, the Hold menu offers 4 options. You can adjust settings by returning to the initial Set Loaded screen, program the pump to resume after a set time has elapsed, start the pump running again without delay, or access additional options by pressing the Adjust settings, then the More button, including buzzer, history, languages, and the continuous or intermittent selection reviewed earlier. To adjust the alarm volume, press Buzzer. Then, increase or decrease the alarm's pitch to achieve the appropriate level. The History function lets you store up to 72 hours of pump activity, not including the last hour. Just enter the time period and Kangaroo ePump will display its stored data. In addition, the maximum time frame and volume delivered are clearly displayed. If a feed flush set is loaded, the pump will also display corresponding flush volume information. The Languages function provides 16 options for Kangaroo ePump's on-screen text. Select one by pressing the corresponding button. These function screens also include a Done button, which returns you to the More Options menu. During normal pump operation, an extended hold feature, KTO or Keep Tube Open, allows the user to enter a programmed hold while reducing the likelihood of line occlusion. After pressing the KTO button, program the desired amount of time, from 5 to 240 minutes. The pump will resume operation after the set time. Once Kangaroo ePump has fulfilled its programmed requirements, the Feeding Complete screen appears, instructing you to turn the pump off. To do so, just press and hold the Power Down button. You may also turn off the power by pressing the Main Power button. An on-screen timer will count down from 3 to 0 before shutting the pump down. As you've seen, Kangaroo ePump is smart, friendly, and simple to operate. However, should you encounter any system interruptions, the pump will guide you to their resolution through a series of help screens and buzzer alarms. The Pump Set Dislodged screen indicates that the tubing is no longer in its proper place and instructs you to reinstall the set. The Feed Error screen appears when the feed volume is not being delivered due to a clog in the pump set or feeding tube, or when you have run out of formula. If a similar clog is obstructing flush volume, you'll see the Flush Error screen. Each screen offers a possible list of causes for the error and recommends that you check the pump set and tubing before pressing Continue or Power Down. If the line between the pump and the patient is clogged, a flow error message will appear. As before, Kangaroo ePump provides a checklist for rectifying the situation before you continue. Should a downstream occlusion occur, the pump will conduct a series of tests to determine if there is truly an occlusion. This can take up to 10 minutes, but helps reduce the possibility of false alarms. You will also see a warning screen if you are using battery power and the battery is low. The pump prompts you to plug in the power cord to recharge, and then automatically returns you to the prior screen. If a system error occurs, this screen appears. Try turning the pump off and back on. If this does not clear the screen, call technical support for immediate service and give the code indicating the type of error. It also directs you to power down the system. Maintaining the Kangaroo ePump is as easy as using it. The only standard maintenance task is cleaning the pump after each use. To do so, unplug the pump. Spray one of the recommended cleaning agents on a clean, damp cloth and wipe the unit, making sure to remove any spills or other agents. That's it. The Kangaroo ePump. It's easy, efficient, and emphasizes patient safety. It's engineered to be used everywhere by everyone who requires enteral feeding, and it makes the Kangaroo family more effective and economical than ever. The Kangaroo ePump.